to Sonia podcast. Breaking news. A shooter at a bank in downtown Louisville killed at least 4 people, including 2 friends of the governor, and wounded at least 9 others Monday. Authorities said the suspect also was dead. The shooting, the 15th massive killer in the country this year, comes just 2 weeks after a former student killed 3 children, 3 adults at a Christian elementary school in Nashville, Tennessee, about 160 miles, 260 kilometers to the south. That state's governor and his wife also had friends killed in that shooting. Police in Louisville arrived as gunshots were still being fired inside Old National Bank in exchange fire with the shooter. Louisville Metro Police Department Deputy Chief Paul Humphrey said at a news conference. He said it wasn't clear whether the shooter killed himself or was shot by officers. We believe that it is a lone gunman involved in this that did have a connection to the bank. We're trying to establish what that connection was to the business, but it appears he was a previous employee, Humphrey said. 9 people, including 2 police officers, were treated for injuries from the shooting. University of Louisville Hospital spokeswoman Heather Fortain said in an email. One of the officers was in critical condition. She said at least 3 patients had been discharged. An emotional Kentucky governor, Andy Beshear, said he lost friends in the shootings in the building on East Main Street, not far from the minor league ballpark, Louisville, Slugger Field, and Waterfront Park. This is awful, he said. I have a very close friend who didn't make it today, and I have another close friend who didn't either, and one who's at the hospital that I hope is going to make it through. It was the second time that Beshear was personally touched by a massive tragedy since becoming governor. In the late 2021, one of the towns devastated by tornadoes that tore through Kentucky was Dawson Springs, the hometown of Beshear's father, former 2-term Kentucky governor Stephen Beshear. Andy Beshear frequently visited Dawson Springs as a boy and has talked emotionally about his father's hometown. Beshear spoke to the investigation in Louisville, continuing police search for a motive crime scene. Investigators could be seen marking and photographing numerous bullet holes in the windows near the bank front door. As part of the investigation, police descended on a neighborhood about 5 miles, 8 kilometers south of the downtown shooting. The street was blocked as federal and local officers talked to the residents. One home was cordoned off with cautious tape. I'm also speechless. You see it on the news, but not at home, said Cam B. Cooper, 38, who lives in the neighborhood. A man who fled the building during the shooting told WHST-TV that the shooter opened fire with a long rifle in a conference room in the back of the building first floor. Whoever was next to me got shot. Blood is on me from it, he told the news station, pointing to his shirt. He said he fled to a break room and shut the door. Humphrey, the deputy chief, said the actions of responding police officers undoubtedly saved lives. This is a tragic event, he said, but it was the heroic response of officers that made sure that no more people were more seriously injured than was happening. The 15 mass shootings this year are the most during the first 100 days of a calendar year since 2009. When 16 had occurred by April 10th, according to a mass killing database maintained by the Associated Press and the U.S. Today in the partnership with Northeastern University. Going back to 2006, the first year for which data has been complied with, the years with the most massive killing were 2019 and 2022, with 45 and 42 massive killings. Record during the entire calendar year. The pace in 2009 slower later in the years with 32 massive killings. I guess I could let y'all hear the clip if I could find it. Nope, I can't find the clip. Whew. Again, when does it stop? When does it end? When does it end? I don't know. a friend of mine said to me, said, "Oh, you should have went into being a reporter for crime." I'm like, I will lose my mind. I have to commend the anchor people who gets up in the morning, go out there 5, 4, 3, 6 o'clock in the morning to cover these stories, because I will lose my mind if every day I had to go out in the field and cover these horrific stories. Like, I would not be able to do it. I would just be saying, no, I wouldn't. Because even with me doing it on my podcast, I find some of them draining. Like, y'all know I always say this, let it be so draining. But I don't know, they tend to send me them anyway. As much as I said I'm drained from them, they tend to be like, here, Sonia, here go another one. And I'm like, oh, wow. Y'all know I'm not going to keep repeating myself because I sound like a broken record. But y'all know how I feel about all this killing and stuff like that. And I know a lot of times a lot of people disagree with me, because sometimes when I look at certain statistics on my podcast, I see that the certain countries certain countries does not agree with what I'm saying. But we're gonna have to just basically just keep it real. I mean, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it for you, because y'all not sugarcoating it for us. We seeing it. I'm seeing it through colored eyes. I'm seeing it through 4 eyes. I'm seeing it. So, I mean, there's nothing for me to sit here and say, we can Musa, Humbaya, whatever you want to call it, it is not working. It's just not. These people are out here just losing. They like me if I had to do it. If I had to go and report these stories, I would lose my mind. They already done lost theirs. and it is what it is. I don't see why I say this and I say this to the day I die. Protect yourself, because it's obvious nobody's going to protect you but you. And it's just how I feel. And I'd like to thank you to listening to Sonia Podcast. Please give it a 5-star review on Podbean, Speakers, Apple, wherever you take podcasts at. Follow me at son.ia9795 Instagram, Sonia Sandra, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Pinterest. Go to my website, http://wordpress.com. Follow my son Sounds on Instagram. We have an app out on Apple and Spotify. Follow TJVUCLAIN. She have a book called Black Girl in Orange. Follow King's Flex on SoundCloud and follow Female Reform. They have a vintage store in New York. And have a blessed night.